Hi there, welcome back. In this lecture, we will add our custom domain to the tenant that we have created. When you sign up for Microsoft Azure free trial, or maybe you purchase your Azure subscription, or when you try to create your tenant, Microsoft will come up with an initial domain name like domain name dot on Microsoft.com. So in my case, when I try to sign up with my Hotmail account, this is a domain name has been created by Microsoft, and you cannot change this name for any reason. You just have to use this tenant name. But you could add your custom domain name. The importance of adding the custom domain name is, let's say if I don't add, for example, a user was there. So within this tenant, what you can do is you could actually create here a lot of users and groups, and you could join the devices to Microsoft Entra, right? And so if you want to, perform future activities, so the username will be looks like this. So the user one at, in this case, my primary domain is paddymaddy26outlook.onmicrosoft.com. So the entire name has to be entered by end users, and they have to type the password, of course, but the entire name doesn't looks good. So what you could do is you could actually add a custom domain name. Let's say I have a company called IBM, and if I own ibm.com as a domain, you could actually purchase the domain names. In your case, for example, you have a company called XYZ, and that XYZ may be bought from a Namecheap or GoDaddy or some other public domain registers. They could sell that domain name, and you would be owner of that. So once you have the domain name, you would be able to add the required record. So in my case, I have already bought a domain called for this lab as a leninmylab.com as a domain name from GoDaddy. So what I can do is I could actually use this domain name. So what would happen is my end users, in this case, the user one have to log in with leninmylab.com. This is what I'm trying to target. So instead of user one, they would be able to log in with this short name. To do that, you have to click on identity. Within identity settings, you have an option called domain names, and if you see here, this is the default domain name that is available, meaning if I try to create here any user account, the username @ will come as this entire name. Instead of that, I wanted to add my custom domain name. In this case, I wanted to add leninmylab.com. So I'll just copy this, okay, and add custom domain and give here this add domain name. What would happen here is it would actually ask me to verify I'm the owner of this leninmylab.com. How would I verify is it will ask you to create a txt record in your domain register, so that you would be proving that the domain owns by you. So in this case, either you could create a txt record or mx record. So let's actually try to create txt record. For that, I need to log into my GoDaddy and simply follow these text records. So in my case, I'll simply go to manage DNS for this specific domain. The interface might be a little different for different registers, but it all depends, but the steps remains almost same. When we talk about the text records, these are the random txt record or mxc record values will appear, and you need to just add it. So in my case, add new record. So the option is txt, and the name it is showing as the host name is @ and value. So in this case, the value is ms value. So in this case, I'll just give here that value, and the TTL is 1 hour. If you just calculate in the minutes and seconds, it comes as 3600. So 1 hour. And now when I save this value, this saving of the value might take some time. So in my case, these values would take close to 1 hour or 30 minutes or sometimes 24 hours. So, but with GoDaddy, it would be almost quicker in my experience. But for other domain registers, it might be different because the DNS have to be replicated throughout the world. You can check the record value by visiting to what'smydns.net and txt. So in my case, the domain name is leninmylab.com and I created txt record. So it's gonna check for the value. So if you see here, these are the locations it's not yet updated. For example, here in Singapore, but rest of the places it has already updated. And if I wait a couple of more minutes, it would be no updated. For example, Singapore got updated, and now it's only China, which might take some time. But I'm almost good to go ahead and verify this. So click on simply verify, and this is going to verify it. So you could see here in a minute. This step would, if you just, close it, this step, and if you refresh here, it will show you the domain name as verified. And you could actually see here, if you just, take it to the right side, it is configured as currently as a primary. You could click on leninmylab.com and mark as a primary. It means that if I try to create any user account, automatically it will try to create in @leninmylab.com. So I'll just mark as yes. Now if I just go back here and verify my domain currently, if I just refresh, primary is leninmylab.com. So that being said, if I try to create any test account, let's say user1, you see here the user1 by default it is coming principal name as leninmylab.com. Of course, I could even create with this account like the entire Microsoft tenant. The default tenant name also based we can create it. However, by default it will try to offer you leninmylab.com. The reason being we set as a domain as a default my primary domain. This is how it's gonna work. So if a user try to log in, he can input user name @leninmylab.com and he can log into it. That being said, we have achieved custom domain. You might have different questions like, can I have more than one? Yes, you could have it. For example, you might have additional domain. For example, in this case, paddymaddy.com example. So if I can create these records and verify, automatically that domain name also will be listed here as a verified. And during the creation of the user account, you have an option to choose the user principal, whether you want to create with leninmylab.com or paddymaddy.com in case if you verified. This is how the domain naming would work, or custom domain naming would work. Hope this lecture is useful for you. Thank you for watching this. I'll catch you in the next lecture.